Hello and welcome to another episode of WCPO Lounge Acts. I'm here at the Lodge KY and I'm joined with Sarah Asher and her band. Sarah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So you are going to play you've been working on a lot of new music since the pandemic, and you've got an album ready, but we're going to hear some of those songs today. What is the first song you're going to play for us?
The House.
The House. This is The House from Sarah Asher.
Surrounded by peace, a crescent moon glows from
That was Summer Never Came by Sarah Asher. We're here at the Lodge, KY, for WCPO Lounge Act. Tell me a little bit about that song. You wrote that over the quarantine last summer?
Kind of looking from the spring, kind of looking ahead at the summer and the uncertainty, and just thinking about that, like summer not really happening in the way. But we did get to go to Asheville and record a record, so that was really great.
Yeah, let's talk about that trip to Asheville, and tell me about what that was like, especially during the pandemic.
Well, since there were a lot of musicians that were grounded and not able to work, you know, we were able to get some people that would normally be on the road touring, and they were there in Asheville, and so they were able to come and play with us. And we had our 5 songs that we were practicing, and we recorded them and sent them to the other musicians so they could be listening to it, and then we were recording here at the Lodge before we went, just to be as prepared as we could be playing with musicians that we'd never played with before. We actually went 2 different times. We went in June for 3 days, and then we went back in August for 3 days.
Okay.
And we did 10 songs.
Fantastic. You did a music video down there too, is that right?
Yes, that we went back in May and did that.
What's that song for?
Summer Never Came.
So that song we just heard.
Yes.
Oh, well, introduce the band for me while we're talking about that, because I know some of you were down in Asheville and some of you have joined up since then. Give me the lowdown on who's here today and if they were on the record.
This is Eric Bates, and he was with us in Asheville, and we've been playing together probably the longest. He plays in the symphony, so he's amazing. We're glad to have him. And Greg Hansen on bass, and Brandon Fittrells on drums, and they've been with us this whole year.
Got it. I want to talk a little bit about your hiatus, because you kind of disappeared into the hills of Kentucky, is what I think your bio said?
Yeah, that's true.
Tell me about that.
Going to the farm was a new beginning for me. I had played ukulele in the past, and I came back to guitar and started writing again on guitar. And I was in Kentucky for 10 years on the farm, and I really didn't know if I would be able to pursue music again. And I had kind of let it go. And then I was able to come back to it. I started playing with a band there.
I want to talk a little bit about genres, because I always get sometimes trapped in them. You know, obviously you have a folk influence. That's clear. You've come from folk into, what is this now? What genre would you say you are in now?
Well, I've never really gotten along with genres very well, because I don't really fit. And that's kind of me anyway. I can't fit into a mold.
Kind of you do your own thing.
So I'm a songwriter, and I love melodies, and, you know, I'll just get playing something on the guitar that I like. And, you know, I like to rock too. I like to sing pretty, but I also like to, you know, turn up the guitar. So I don't know. I don't know what the genre is. That kind of makes it difficult, because people really want to know exactly what it is.
I want to talk about your single Daffodils, which is a little bit earlier of a single, but you pressed that on a 7-inch. Why did you decide to go the vinyl route? And, you know, is that exciting to get your music on wax?
Yeah, it is. Well, I had a friend. I was working at Herzog Music, and I had a friend there, Clint, their kind of house engineer, and I was on their podcast, and he recorded. I ended up playing a lot of songs, and he recorded it all, and he was like, "These are really great. We should not just like give this away. Let's, you know." So we kind of went back, and Kate Wakefield played cello, and Nick Keeling played Rhodes, and so we just kind of polished up a couple songs from those recordings, and then we released it.
Awesome. And that you could actually get that on your Bandcamp page, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's also available for streaming wherever you do that.
If you're not into the vinyl thing, you can always just play it on your phone, play it on your laptop. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a vinyl nerd, so I appreciate stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's move on and hear a little bit more music. I think the next song is the single, right? What's the name of it? Remember?
All the Days.
All the Days, that's right. And I heard this song is kind of inspired by prayer flags.
Yeah, one of the ways that I write is just kind of being where I am and looking around and writing that down. That's kind of the way the house is, and the house comes from being back on the farm. So that's the oldest song that's on the album, The House. So, yeah, just thinking about like the prayer flags and the wind blowing through them is blowing your prayers to the heavens. So this song is kind of me kind of trying to lift myself up in that way. And so the chorus is saying, let my heart wave like a flag. So in just thinking about your heart, just being open and just all the prayers that are in it, just blowing to heaven. So that's just the chorus. You know, there's a lot more going on, but.
Well, let's hear the whole thing.
Okay.
We are at the Lodge KY with Cher Asher for WCPO Lounge Acts.
Swimming towards the shore. Well, yeah, now we're in that groove, so you know, we'll get it this time.
That was Sarah Asher with Marigold. That's a new song, not on the album yet, but the new album's coming out in October, and we heard 3 fantastic songs from that. Sarah, if people want to hear more of your music, what's the best way to find it?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, just
Okay.
Sarah Asher.
Sarah Asher at all those places, and social media as well.
Yes, Sarah Asher Music on Instagram.
Fantastic. So we'll keep an eye out for your album. We have been here at the Lodge KY in Dayton, Kentucky with Sarah Asher. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you for having us.